Well, I gotta admit, I'm kind of upset. Hey, yo, what's up, guys? It's Sammer. How are you guys doing? It's a fantastic day today. We're gonna be doing RaceInformer for post-Kentucky. The race, not that great, but we'll get into that in a little bit. First off, we have a little bit of news. Wait, what's that? What's that? Actually, we don't. I was just saying that. Okay, let's get right into the race rundown. We had Truex started on pole. He dominated the race. He led 170 laps, I believe. He led a lot of laps. He won both stages. He won the race. And that was that. Blaney, he led some laps. He had a good start after one of the restarts where he took 2 tires, trying some strategy. Didn't end up working out for him. Same with Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch tried out some strategy. He led 45 laps, but didn't end up working out at the end of the day for him. Kind of sucks. They had a good run. Alex Bowman, he also had his 100th career start. He was doing well. He was running up in the top 5 for a little bit. He actually led a lap of the race. He was looking like it was going to be a really good race for him. But then on lap 108, he had a tire go down and went up into the wall and finished dead last. It kind of sucked, but you know he was looking to have a good race, and kind of sucks to see it end like that. Now let's get into the Stenhouse versus Kyle Busch little issue. So this is where a lot of opinions going to come in. I will tell you the facts first, but then I'll tell you my opinion. So as you guys know, after last week at Daytona, there was a lot of controversy around Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Kyle Busch was really mad at Stenhouse because I do believe that Kyle Busch, the Kyle Busch wreck was caused by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I believe the first wreck was not caused by him, but I do believe the second one was. So Kyle Busch was obviously very upset about that. So here's his interview that he made in the press conference.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Did Ricky Stenhouse Jr. reach out to you this week? If so, did you communicate? And if so, was it worthwhile or a waste of time?
He did not reach out. I am disappointed that he did not.
Why?
You wipe out half the field. I'm pretty sure there would be a pretty busy Monday for him, but there wasn't. So apparently he just doesn't care.
So does that change how you race him?
I can't worry about people that far back in the field.
Thank you.
And then now here's what Stenhouse had to say to what Kyle Busch said.
You and I talked earlier today, and you said, with the Kyle Busch comments, you said, I really don't care what Kyle thinks. We saw you after you got out of your car. You went over to chat with him. A change of heart, perhaps, or did you feel like you needed to say something?
Nah, not really a change of heart. I just told him why I didn't reach out. I felt like he ran his mouth enough on his radio, and then after the race that I didn't really have anything to say to him. And, I honestly feel like, that I normally do reach out to people when I make mistakes, and I clearly made a mistake, but, with him running his mouth, I just felt like I don't really need to call him. So I just let him know that. I told him that, I was like, hey, you're right. You do run a lot further up front, but I was like, pick and choose your battles wisely because, you will have to deal with me sometime, whether you're lapping me or we get our cars better and we're up there racing with you. So I told him if you want to keep running his mouth, he'd come over and do it around me, and I'll stop it for me, for myself. So
from your end, is it over?
Yeah, I'm fine. But if he wants to keep running his mouth, he can come over and do it to me.
Yeah, obviously we have some differing opinions going on there, but in my opinion, Kyle Busch, all he really said is that he was disappointed about how Stenhouse didn't, communicate with him after the race. Because, if he had communicated with him, Kyle Busch, he admitted that he would have been happier about it. Obviously he wasn't happy. He said that, he got wrecked, and he said that Stenhouse wrecked half the field. I don't believe that, but he said that he got wrecked, and he believed that he deserved an apology or at least some form of communication from Ricky Stenhouse Jr., but he didn't give it to him. That's what Kyle Busch said. Now, what Ricky Stenhouse Jr. said is, he should not be talking all that. He was running his mouth, and that he will be at some point meeting up with him on the racetrack, whether he's lapping him or whether he will be side-by-side racing. Now, Kyle Busch said he didn't have to worry about some guy that far back in the field, but then Stenhouse, said that he does because he will be either side-by-side with him in the race or to lap him. So that kind of sounds like a little bit of threats to me. Like, not really like a I'm going to kill you threat, but it's like a I'm going to wreck you threat kind of thing. So, in my opinion, I think Kyle Busch handled the situation more maturely. And that's a little bit biased, but a little bit unbiased too. I will admit Kyle Busch has handled some situations not appropriately before too. So, I mean, I can at least admit when he's wrong. So, I do believe that was kind of immature on Stenhouse's part after. I mean, it's one thing to not, like, you know, call someone after you wreck him, but to then, you know, threaten to wreck him again, I say, to threaten that seems kind of very immature. I don't hate Stenhouse, not yet at least. If there's a run-in or anything, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to like Stenhouse that much, but right now, I'm cool with Stenhouse, but I just think he didn't really handle the situation as maturely, because it sounded more like he was running his mouth to me, while Kyle Busch was just stating his piece, and Kyle was over it, but Stenhouse kind of kept the beef going, in my opinion. And that's kind of my whole thoughts on the situation. Okay, now let's get into my reaction of the race. Now, you guys might have seen the video that I uploaded yesterday directly after the race, because I always do that, where I was really, really angry. I got to break something to you guys. That was not serious. Now, obviously, you guys know I don't really like Truex. I think he's a great driver. I like Truex as a person. I just don't like it when he wins. But I was upset when he won. Indeed, obviously, I mean, I was upset that he won. But my reaction was overreacted. I don't get that angry. I mean, he did deserve the win. I will admit, he did deserve the win. I said in the video that he did not deserve the win. He deserved the win. I mean, he got that win fair and square. He dominated the race. He clearly had the best car. He got the win. My reaction video was a joke. I mean, it really was. So, don't think I was serious, because I wasn't. I mean, like I said, obviously, I don't really like that he won, but he did, so that it is what it is. But it was a joke. I don't hate Truex. Okay, now let's get into the point standings. Point standings after the race. We'll look at the actual point standings right now. We have Kyle Busch still leading the points by a big gap, by 59 points over Kevin Harvick. Truex is now in third place with 110 points behind the leader, and now you can see the top 20 in points. Let's look at the playoff standings. Kyle Busch with 5 wins. The website says Kevin Harvick has 4 wins because of the Las Vegas win was encumbered, so it doesn't really count. But he does have 5 wins. He's in second. Truex still in third. Bowyer fourth with 2 wins. Logano, Jones, and Dillon with 1 win each. And then we have 8th through 16th without a win. That's what our point standings look like after the race. Alright guys, it's going to be the end of the episode. If you guys like this video, please leave a like on it. If you dislike this video, please leave a dislike and a hate comment telling me exactly what I did wrong. Be sure to subscribe and turn notifications. And as always, goodbye, bunny rabbits.